Hi, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. Today I want to just say thank you. Thank you to everyone who actually, tunes in to the channel. Thank you to all the people that have written and sent their locations, asking about the locations for support groups and everything in your area. Those that are being requested and everything, they're on my Blogspot page with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine at blogspot.com. You can go there and you can actually find the information there. It's already there because those are the places that are actually writing in and everything. It's wonderful. It is a blessing to see, so many people wishing me well for Christmas and, a Happy New Year. And I want to say Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy New Year to you all. If there's anything that I can help you with as far as, dealing with and coping with lupus, please feel free to ask. Feel free to send me a note, or whatever. It's wonderful to be able to read all these notes and everything. Just to, know that people actually appreciate what I'm doing. I didn't know that there were so many people in this world who really needed some of the things that I give them. And it's a variety of things because they're saying that they didn't know that somebody else is going through the exact same thing. They appreciate some of the stories that I give with them, you know, through my journey and everything with lupus and everything. They didn't realize that somebody else had gone through the same thing. And yeah, I did. And for a long time, I didn't know that there were a lot of people out there that went through the same thing, But when I started talking to people, and it started at a picnic, y'all. It started at a picnic, I was having a discussion with someone. I was already in the process of writing the book and everything, and I was sitting at a picnic one day, and I was talking to this young lady, and then another young lady just came right on in, like I wasn't even sitting there, and she started talking about her sister-in-law that was just found out that she had lupus and that she had been suffering and, going through all these things, and she was very, very concerned about her sister-in-law. And I was just sitting there, and she goes, I think that she's going to die, and I looked over at her and I said, no, why would you think that she's going to die, And then she started telling me about, how she was, she had this really big job and everything in New York, and that, she couldn't do her job the way that she was doing it before because she was always hurting. She was hurting a lot. And now, this was in the summertime, okay? It was not spring. It was not fall. It wasn't even winter. It was summertime. And she was saying how her sister-in-law was in a lot of pain, and her hair was falling out, and, she was lacking energy, and she was in the bed all the time and sleeping and everything, and she had a doctor's appointment the following week, or within a couple of days, something like that. That part I can't remember because I didn't focus on that. I focused on what she was telling me about her sister-in-law. So I said, well, I don't think she's going to die yet, And I said, so she needs a little bit of help is what you're saying, right? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, well, tell your sister-in-law the first thing that she needs to do is get her some berries. Okay, now I talk a lot about berries. I love berries, and I do for several reasons because they help you retain the vitamins and minerals in your body that you need. That's number one. Number two, they increase the energy level that you have in your body. Okay? So if you're lacking in energy, it's willing to boost that energy, and it's going to give you a good boost, and you're going to feel good. It's like, to your body. That's what your body says on the inside. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm not exactly sure about what it is in those berries, and it's mainly blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, I believe. But cranberries do the same thing. Cranberries do two things, okay? Cranberries will help you release the water that has been retained in your body. So, you know, during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, people love to eat cranberry sauce. Okay? The cranberry sauce is good for you, cranberry juice is great for you, and the cranberries themselves. Okay? Now, you can make your own juice with cranberries, so all you have to do is just get fresh cranberries, put them in a pot with water in them, and let them reduce. Okay? Then you strain them off, and you can drink the juice. It's very good for you. Okay? There's a lot of people out there to say to add sugar and all that stuff, but honestly, fruits make their own sugar. Okay? So, yeah, it's okay to, you know, add whatever you want to add, but my thing is wholesome, and I love to, you know, deal with the holistic part of my journey and everything. So that's, you know, sugars and additives and stuff like that. I don't really put too much of that in my ingredients and everything. Every once in a while, I might, you know, do something like that. But, you know, that's just, you know, every once in a while. So getting back to the young lady, after I told her that, you know, and I did explain everything I just explained to you. Okay? So she was like starting to write everything down. She goes, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're talking too fast. So what she was doing was, I think she was texting it into her phone and telling her sister-in-law what to go get. And then I told her, I said, okay, now once she gets that boost of energy and everything, now we're going to talk about the joints and stuff like that. So I told her to have her sister-in-law to get some simple things, you know, just Vicks, you know, wrap her wrists or her ankles, master where it was hurting. It was her wrists and her ankles and her elbows and her shoulders. She said she was having a lot of joint pain. You know, she wasn't having in her hips, which is a good thing. Okay, I mean, not that you can't do the same thing with the Vicks and the hips and everything, because you actually can and everything. So anyways, so she told her that, and her sister-in-law was actually doing that part of it right there and then, you know. So she put the Vicks on her wrist and everything. Then she called her. I mean, it wasn't even 5 minutes. She called her and says, you know, her joints felt better, you know. And I was like, good, good. Now all she has to do is the other part, and you know, it's going to release. I said, what those berries are going to do is going to release the waters that's retaining, causing the joints to hurt. Because that's really what it is. It's a lot of water, cold will get into your joints. It'll cause them to lock up. The cold will cause them to lock up. The joints will cause the water will cause the joints to swell and everything. So what will happen is all the water that's being retained in her body, it will, you know, it'll go out, come out of her. She'll get rid of that. And I said, and for the other part of it, you know, the vitamins, irons, and minerals that are inside the berries will help boost her energy and keep all the good stuff in. So while we were talking and everything, her sister-in-law decided to go out and get berries and everything. And then I told her also about guacamole, the real thing, just like they make it. Okay? And the lady says, but we just, you know, mash it up. And I said, no, you don't just mash it up. You dice them. You add the onions and the bell pepper, not onions, not the bell pepper, onions, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, okay? I said, and lime, a little bit of salt, and cilantro. So, you know, I told her about that. She and her sister-in-law was on the phone, and she says, Okay? I love that stuff. So she went to the restaurant, she got that, and then, stopped by the store and got the berries, and she made her a berry spritzer. Now, what is a berry spritzer? Because I told her to get the ones that are frozen for it. Berry spritzers can be made especially for the holidays. During the season, spring and summer. Mostly in the summer and for the holidays. Spritzers, for me, are virgin. They don't have any alcohol in them. But some people will add alcohol to their spritzers. Okay? So what it is frozen berries. And you can put it into like ginger ale or Sprite, 7-Up, something like that. And, a little bit of ice. Although you have your berries already frozen, some other people put, the crushed ice in there. Makes it interesting, okay? Now, if you're going to add alcohol, and I don't drink alcohol, but if you are going to, I would go with the clear alcohols, gin, tequila, or vodka, okay? Don't add a lot. I'm not an alcoholic, y'all. So if I do drink a spritzer that is made with alcohol, don't add nothing heavy to it. I don't like to taste the alcohol at all. But that's how you make the spritzer. Okay? So you got the virgin and then you got the other one. Anyways, it's good for you either way. And a couple of days later, she contacted me and she said, my sister-in-law wanted me to call you and say thank you. She really appreciated what you told her. And she was very happy and pleased with the results. And I said, well, good. I'm glad that she's feeling better and everything. She said, yeah. She said after she drank the spritzer, and she said she drank the virgin spritzer, and she said after she drank that, she said it was almost like a quick energy boost, And I said, well, she drinks it with just plain water. It gives you the same result without the sugar and all that other stuff in it, And I said, I tell people spritzers because most people like the club soda, and they like club soda, they like ginger ale, they like the Sprite, and they like the 7-Up, So that's what they'd rather drink, which to me is not so good, especially, because some people have been known to have diabetes. Okay, well, some people do have diabetes. I'm not gonna make like it doesn't exist, because it does, you know. So anyways, I, just told her I was glad that it worked for her and everything. She said she had a, huge energy boost. She went to sleep that night, woke up the next morning. She said that her joints weren't even hurting at all. She was able to get up and go out and everything and do all the things that she wanted to do. So then a few days later, she said, well, Deborah, she's having, like breathing problems and stuff like that. And I was like, she has to go to the doctor. She really does need to go to the doctor. So she said, well, her appointment was in a couple of days. And I was like, cool. Well, go to the doctor, they'll fix all that stuff. And then she asked, what kind of doctors do I have? I said, she definitely needs to see a rheumatologist, because the rheumatologist will help her with joint pains and all that other stuff. So I think she's got that covered. I said, go see the, rheumatologist, because they'll definitely, help wherever I cannot. Okay? Now, I'm not, and my doctors will tell you that I'm not. Okay? I'm not a big fan of using drugs and all that stuff to help heal my body. I would tell you exactly how I feel about that, but there's a lot of people that will really get upset with me if I say that. Okay? So I'm not going to tell you how I feel about it, but let's just say that it's not for me. Okay? Now, I will take them if I absolutely positively have no other way to help myself. Okay? But it is the very last thing that I'll do. Very, very last. Absolutely, positively, the last thing that I'll do if I cannot get the pain to stop any other way. Okay? So, anyways, the recipes that I gave to you here on this video are in my book, Living with Lupus, My Personal Journey. Okay? You can get that at Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. Either way, you'll find that. It also has the different types of food that will actually help your body in there. It tells the complete story of my journey. It also will give you some other little tidbits about me. You know, people think that I share too much with people on here, but they don't realize if they don't have my book, they don't know nothing about me, because everything about me is in my book. Okay? Well, just about everything. Anyways, I love you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize that I'm not on here every day because I do have a... This is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Lupus Online Video Magazine. If there's anything here that you heard that you like, please hit like, share. Didn't like it, hit dislike, and leave a comment. Either way, liked or disliked. Okay? If you would like some information about where to find a support group for the Lupus Foundation of America, I'll be more than happy to assist you with that. You can send me a private email if you'd like at livingwithlupusmagazine@gmail.com, and I will, happily respond and also send you where you can pick up that information at. It will be a link on there. Okay, and it is on my Blogspot page, which is where I normally would put things. Okay. Or you can find it on my Facebook page. Either way, if you send me information asking, I will make sure that you have a link to where you can find that information. Okay? Even if it is a link to the direct place, which is Lupus Foundation of America. Okay? Wow. It's been a wonderful year, a wonderful trip. I hope to continue on. I hope that more people ask more questions or send more suggestions, or, because I love suggestions. I love, to know what you would like to talk about. On the next video that you see, I'll probably be talking a little bit about lupus and diabetes, because there can be a link towards that and everything, and a lot of people don't realize that. They don't really know that. Did you know that? Well, leave that part out. See, I'm ready to talk about it. Anyways, it has been wonderful. A wonderful, ride here on there. I hope that you guys have peace, you have joy, you have a wonderful time, pain-free. I'm asking that if you, are in so much that, pain that you just cannot hold on to it, go ahead and let someone know. You're going to be around friends and family and everything. And those of you that are not around friends and family, just reach out to someone. Even if you send me an email, I'll try to get in touch with you and everything, and talk to you and everything, so that you can, get through that period of time. I'd hate to see anybody that's alone, for the holidays. If you're homebound and you cannot get out, I'm praying for you. And again, I pray that you actually, one day will be able to, recover from whatever is keeping you at home. Okay? Now, the last video I did, I talked about depression, because I know depression can be that thing that will keep you at home, anxieties and all that other stuff. It did for me for a long time. And I just want to be able to help you maintain, retain, and sustain your life while living with lupus. Okay? So if you are looking to maintain, sustain, and retain your life with lupus, keep listening. I may hit on something that you just may need to hear at that very moment. I don't know. I don't know what everybody needs. If you know someone who has lupus and who needs to hear these messages, please direct them here. Even if it's family members, okay? Family, sometimes, if they don't have lupus, they want to know about it. And they really do want to be educated. They want to know, how can they help, And just listening to these videos, sometimes you can find that it will be comforting to them. The ones that don't have lupus, the ones that do have lupus, the ones who know someone who has lupus but don't know what to say or do or anything. You have no idea how many people this will actually help. They'll just feel like, okay, now I know what they're going through. Now I know how I can help. Now I know what I can do for them. Okay? So, hey, that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. As much as I possibly can. I try to do it weekly. If not once a week, at least 2 or 3 times a week, I try to get on here. It's very hard. Sometimes it's harder for me to think about what people need. How do I give this message out? What message do they need today? That's why you don't see me every day, because I have to really process what message to give you, how to give you the message, if you need that message. Sometimes you'll hear the same message 15 different ways. Okay? And why? You know what? I don't even know why. I just know that if I give this message to you and you hear it this way, then I give it to you again and you hear it another way, there may be something that you heard that will, catch your attention, or say, aha, now I know what she's saying. Okay? So if you hear the message more than one way, understand it's not because I'm trying to do that. The messages are given to me that way. The way I give it to you, it comes out the way it's given to me to give to you. So, okay? Must be a higher power. Okay? So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just going along with the flow and everything, and trying to make sure that you guys are in the place where you need to be. Okay? So, we're at the end. Okay? This is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. If there is anything that you like and that you've heard that you like, hit like, share the message, leave a comment. If there's anything that you wasn't so happy about and you prefer not to hear about, hey, okay, leave a comment. Feel free to. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Or if you don't want to leave one there, send me an email, okay? It's at livingwithlupusmagazine@gmail.com. I'm Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine, and I am so looking forward to continuing to help you on your journey while you maintain, retain, and sustain your life. Peace out.